What's good, everybody? So I was gonna try and come up here yesterday and do this, but I got distracted playing the new Evil Dead game. And holy shit, that is a good game. 10 out of 10 for me, and that's rare anymore for any games I play. But that one touches the nostalgia for me. So what I got is an older brick here, the War of Light, which is, as it sounds, DC. Normally I'm all about the Marvel, and I prefer that over everything, but for some reason part of me is wanting to get this because I'm a fan of the Lantern Corps. My personal favorite is the Red Lanterns, not because they're all about rage or violence, but because they are literally the most heavy metal group out there. And somebody's probably going to argue saying, well, what about the Black Lanterns? They're death. But I don't feel like dealing with that. So we're going to go ahead and just start opening these. And then we got like one of the more powerful lanterns, the White Lantern Corps, which is literally the equivalent of life. So I bought some of these like a while back, like after a video, and I was like, I want to try these out. And I ended up getting a ring, so hopefully I can get one of my favorite Lantern Corps rings. I got the Indigo Tribe, which is apparently supposed to be Compassion. Oh, it looks like I already got a good one. First pull, already got something good. We got Aquaman. It looks like he's part of the Black Lantern Corps. So this is a gold, and I'm already happy about it. We got Green Lantern Hal Jordan with a Green Lantern Sinestro on the same stand. Like, look at that. That is nice. Like, I'm happy about that. I wouldn't mind making a Black Lantern Corps. Like, team. I don't know. I don't know who most of these people are. But I'm excited about these, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this one out next to me because I'm enjoying that just right there because that's already pretty badass to get. Second pack, or I guess second box. Now, I was thinking about getting Mezu this time, but I want to take a break from that and go straight to HeroClix, mostly because I'm testing something. Oop, looks like we got another one. Is that a White Lantern? That is indeed a white. Oh, hell yeah! Rancor. This guy is badass for the simple fact of he is one of the few Red Lanterns who can actually make a construct. They introduced that in New 52, or at least I think they introduced the Red Lanterns in New 52. I'm not sure how old they are. I'm not a huge fan of New 52. I honestly thought it was complete utter garbage, the entire series of New 52. But when they introduced the Red Lanterns, I decided to pick up some stuff. I mostly checked out Comicstorian, but yeah. So, and I'm gonna say this right now, guys. Check out like your local YouTube channels, or not local YouTube channels. Check out your local comic book shops, and also check out the YouTube channels. If you don't feel like buying the comic, just check and see what the YouTube channel will tell you. They only tell you enough to get you hooked. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They're not gonna tell you the entire story. If they tell you the entire story, they're assholes. Because here's the thing, I want you guys to go out there. Oh, that is badass. Well, I was hoping for this. And anybody who knows me, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. If I can get it out. My middle finger on my left hand still hurts. So hopefully, there we go. Put on my ring finger on my left. There we go. Red Lantern Corps ring. I'm happy. If I get all of the rings, I'll be even happier. So I got another one of these guys. I opened this from last time, but I'm seeing a lot of Black Lanterns. We got a Black Lantern Firestorm, a Black Lantern Hal Jordan. So a team of Black Lanterns would be preferred in my opinion. I'm happy about that. So a Black Lantern Firestorm, that is terrifying, only because, like, if anybody knows anything about Firestorm, his power is basically like molecule manipulation. Like, he can create things. I think in one of the comics he straight up turns one of like the biggest landmarks in the US into a thing of solid lead or kryptonite. In the story Forever Evil, their variant of Firestorm, like in the Evil universe, was actually trying to turn things into kryptonite to feed their Superman, like, more of his drug. Star Sapphires, I think, yeah, just about all of these are Star Sapphire members. Guy Gardner, like, that's an interesting one. I wasn't expecting that. Like, I'm not gonna diss these. I'm not a huge fan of the Star Sapphires, but hey, I think they're cool. So we got another ring. If I get all the rings, I'll gladly put them on. But I'm not working with that right now. I'm just gonna keep going through these packs. More Black Lanterns, another one of the Indigo Tribe members, the bat-looking SOB. I don't know who he is exactly. Oh, they bent his staff. Oh, he is bent, just period. Like, I'll have to try and work with that later. So the War of Light introduced some, I guess, unique things where I'm seeing another Indigo member, but he is Orange Lantern Corps, which is Aberrath and Greed, or just basically Greed. We got Black Hand, who is the, I think, like, basically the leader of the Black Lantern Corps. So, box number 5. So if anybody's been watching Young Justice, I am pumped about, like, how the story's going right now. Like, with how they started with the very, like, first couple episodes of the new season, season 4. I was really liking the Martian stuff. Like, that was an interesting take. Like, just, they were talking about a lot of stuff that I can't stand, personally, myself. Oh, we got a whole bunch of Red Lanterns with this one. And also another Black Lantern. It looks like a Black Lantern from the Indigo Tribe. Oh, that's John Stewart. And we got another ring. The funny thing is, I already have this ring, so I'll probably trade it. Or better yet, I'll save this one and put it out there for somebody to buy. So we got more Red Lanterns. We got Red Lantern Guy Gardner, Red Lantern Hal Jordan, and another one of the founding members of the Red Lantern Corps. But they just call him a Red Lantern recruit. The actual character, I don't remember his name. He had a pretty interesting badass moment in the comics during the Red Lantern War, where Guy Gardner shows back up and beats the ever-loving hell of Atrocitus, the leader of the Red Lanterns at that time, and takes his ring. Now, the interesting thing about the Red Lantern Corps is they're not made with magic or anything. Well, they're made with blood magic. Like, this ring is made entirely out of blood, is what it's supposed to be. And the rings respond to rage, and whoever wears the ring is sent into a blood frenzy, is the best way to describe it, like a berserker rage. And when they go into that berserker rage, they just cannot be reasoned with, they cannot be controlled. Oh, well, it looks like you Poozos get to see something pretty fucking awesome. We got Kilowog, one of the most badass Green Lanterns. I keep getting Controller. I'm guessing he's a common. But no, I'm getting some pretty badass characters. I'm excited about this already. So I only have 3 boxes left, or 3 packs left. But back to what I was saying about the Atrocitus. He ends up getting the absolute shit kicked out of him by Guy Gardner, who at one point was a Red Lantern, I'm guessing during the War of Light, and he was able to control both his ring and the Red Lantern ring. He was using a Green and Red Lantern ring. Some more Red Lanterns and some more, yeah, Red Lantern Recruit. We got another Rancor. We got a Lyra, and it looks like we got the same John Stewart, who was a Black Lantern, but in this time they have him as an Indigo Tribe member. So I'm excited about these. Like, I can make either a team of Red Lanterns at this point and a team of Black Lanterns. Both my personal favorite cores. Like, don't get me wrong, I love like making a team of monsters, which is the reason why I want to use Black Lanterns, because they are basically the zombie core. Their whole thing is death incarnate, and they can do like some pretty terrifying things. Like, they actually did some really messed up things to people to get them to join. I think at one point Superboy Prime like reappeared in the comics and was immediately swarmed by Black Lanterns. And if anybody knows anything about Superboy Prime, you all know that he is a terrifying force to be reckoned with. And we got a Green Lantern Construct Battle Axe, which looks pretty fucking sick. And we got a Dexstar and another Kilowog. And another Lyra. Some more Black Lantern recruits, but the Dexstar is pretty freaking badass. Dexstar has one of the saddest Red Lantern stories, in my honest opinion. I suggest you guys look it up, and you'll find out why this poor little cat deserves nothing but kindness, even though he has joined one of the most terrifying groups. He's also, because of the way the Red Lanterns work, their blood magic, he drank some of Rancor's blood, like from the fight, and then was able to make constructs himself. And this is the last last box. So let's see. Hopefully this one will have a chase. If not, not a big deal. If it has another Red Lantern ring, I will put that on immediately and not give that away, because I need both Red Lantern rings. Or if I'm even lucky, I will get a Blue Lantern ring and get so we got another one of these Bat guys. He's all bent up again. I feel so bad about this. He's a Indigo Tribe recruit, but I did see something that got my attention right away. We got Glorious Zed as a Black Lantern. Now that alone is pretty badass. If I remember correctly, he's a Red Lantern member as well. If not, I think he's the Green Lantern member, because there are different variants of like characters in both cores that look near identical to each other. Like for Kilowog, his counterpart would be Arkilo, the new member, the second in command of the, what was it? This is Nestro Corps, which is the embodiment of fear. So each course, like on the emotional spectrum, so we got Rage, Blue is for Hope, which I absolutely love that. So if anybody has kept up, you know why I was hoping to get a Blue Lantern ring. Like if you kept up with the stuff on Young Justice, I could say I'm like Razor, but sadly, no, I did not. But still, I got a pretty good amount of stuff that I'm happy with. No chases, a lot of golds, a lot of recruits, so I can easily make a team for either red lanterns or, even at this point, green. I have never made a DC team. Wait a minute. I just now noticed something. I gotta check this out real quick. I didn't read this dude's name. Oh shit, Iron is gonna be happy about this. That is one of the physically most powerful Green Lanterns. For the simple fact of that is Sodom Yet. Sodom Yet is Sodom Yet's people are the equivalent of Kryptonians, where they both grew up in the same solar system. I think Sodom Yet's people are still alive, unlike the Kryptonian planet, Krypton being wiped out by the sun. But Sodom Yet, where kryptonite is a weakness of a Kryptonian, his is lead. He ends up in a terrifying brawl between Superboy Prime and, like, you guys gotta pick up the comic and read it yourselves. I'm happy I got Sodom Yet. He is definitely going on a Green Lantern team. And with that, I want you Poozas to remember to keep being awesome.